Hey, what's up, everybody? Ali Raptor back with a new video. Let's talk about credit partnerships and some of the ways that you can earn money using the credit partnership model. The reason why I decided to do a video on this now is because, see, a lot of people already asked me about how the structure works. What are some of the ways that you can participate in order to benefit from the credit partnership model, as well as what are some of the things that you can do to basically have access to the programs that we have going on. Specifically, the fact that we'll be buying businesses and using your credit, leveraging it essentially to build wealth for you and your family. This structure has been around for centuries, literally. People who are wealthy use this model all the time. They always say that a community of wealthy people is a lot faster to build wealth in comparison to you doing it alone. And obviously, if you have the right team and the right infrastructure, you can achieve an amazing amount of results. And I apologize about the background noise. There's actually a severe thunderstorm going on here. Decided to open my windows and keep the flow of air coming in. As you guys know, it's self-isolation and there's a lot of things going on. So I just wanted to quickly release this video, give you the most benefit in terms of the credit partnership model and how it works. I'm going to do a presentation on the computer, but just wanted to give you a face-to-face here before we get onto it. I'll see you on the inside. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, so welcome to the computer. Now we're going to go over a small presentation that's going to designate educating you on what the credit partnership model is and how you can benefit from this and how you can make money from it. Basically, it's a tool to leverage your credit and wealth. Now, again, I apologize about the background. There was a lot of wind going out on the outside. I just decided to keep my windows open and keep it fresh up in here. As you guys know, there's a lot of things going on, and I just needed some fresh air. So I still hope you can hear me very clearly, and I don't think that should be a problem. So let's get straight to the point of this conversation. So let's go over what we're going to discuss today in today's video. There's quite a bit of information. I just want to go through them in a very strategic way so that you get the best value from this video. The first thing we're going to talk about is understanding the credit partnership model and how it works. The reason why we're doing this is because the most important thing about the credit partnership model is dissecting what exactly it is for you and what it can mean for you if you decided to participate. We're also going to talk about how you can make money from the model. What are some of the ways that you can make money and the long-term benefit of that structure? We also going to talk about the cost of participation. There's two ways of participating, literally. The first is if you have the credit for it or if you don't, which would be the other. We also talk about a platinum offer, which is those people who want to upgrade their credit partnership structure with us and essentially how it would work. And then finally, we finish it off with how you can get registered and sign up with us to get the credit partnership model underway and some of the benefits of doing so economically right at this moment, as the things in the world are not as stable as they should be. So let's go ahead into this conversation and roll it out. So let's go over how the credit partnership model works and how it's important for you today, right? So it's essentially based entirely on having solid credit and being able to leverage it. We know that leveraging credit is an incredible way of building wealth, massive wealth, to be honest with you. And it's really something that I believe that anybody can benefit if you have the right tools and infrastructure in place. So today, this is what it's all about. It's a question of literally creating hands-free wealth, right? So the process is that you just need good credit. And if you have good credit, we'll take care of the rest. And that's all it is. We find and position ourselves to create deals by buying and selling businesses. That's what I do. That's me and my partners. That's what we do. Your credit essentially is part of a underwriting process. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, is it safe and how would it work? And the process is very clear. We offer the Credit Protector program, which is like if anything goes wrong, which it shouldn't, because every deals that we do look at are dissected to the bone, right? But essentially, if anything were to go wrong, your credit is preserved, because our biggest goal is to protect your assets and yourself and your credit, so it's going to be pristine. We structure and negotiate deals on our structures here, and we put the funding in order to create the cash flow from the businesses that we buy. That's where the model really kicks in, because that's how you make the leverage. That's how you make your money. So this is how money is made with the model that we have. So once you're signed in as a credit partner, we'll pay you on a monthly basis cash flow from the deals that we've arranged. So the cash flow comes, depending on deal to deal, so it will greatly vary, but there's a very reasonable amount, and that provides regularly the amount of cash flow that you're looking for. For instance, you can have anywhere between $500 to $1,500 a month, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Again, like I said, it really varies from deal to deal, but that specific cash flow for just having good credit is a significant upside to maintaining credit, to maintaining the health of your credit, right? Cash flow starts as soon as we start structuring a deal. Within 90 days from that deal structuring, that's typically a closing time for us to basically get a deal done, to get it completed. And absolutely the cash flow is perpetual as long as the business is not sold. So, but let's assume that we did sell it, right? So if the business was sold, you basically get a percentage on the sell price. Typically it's around 5 to 15%. Depending on how we structure the deal. But as you can tell, it's a very unique yet attractive offer. The reason why it's because that is basically solely on credit and the merits of the management that we have put in place and the acquisitions that we do to buy and sell companies on a scale that's really scalable. Because at the end of the day, like, we want to make sure that this is something that's repeatable, that people can benefit from. So that's what we've put together here. So how does it work to participate? Now, number one, if you have decent credit, you don't have to worry about the second offer. But let's assume that you have decent credit, right? Typically, we're looking for people with 720 plus credit score, which is our go-to median. We want that because it's easier for us to go through underwriting with less than 3 inquiries overall, which we're looking for. The file also must have an account with at least 15K and a trade line within the last 12 months. That's a primary. That means you have to have something there within your own personal credit means that is within the last 12 months, demonstrates that kind of capacity. Let's assume that you don't have that kind of metrics. Let's assume you don't have good credit. That's not a problem. We actually have something called the Credit Partnership Credit Repair Program. And the basic cost of it is just $5,000. And what you get is a complete credit restoration, basically the CDR sweep to the max. We also add amazing super jumbo authorized users legally to stack up your file to qualify for the underwriting that we need. Essentially, we're building your wealth for you. And most people will believe that, look, you're already paying thousands for trade lines, but why not use it for the benefit of building something significant, building wealth, getting into a program that provides cash flow, right? So that's what this program is all about. So that's what it is on a basic level if you don't have the credit. But if you do have the credit, then definitely it's something that you don't have to worry about. Again, we'll look at that, we'll evaluate whether or not we need to add some trade lines, but if we don't have to, that's amazing, right? So that's the structure here. We also have a platinum partnership structure. The reason why we put this together is because we want to build a community of a higher amount of cash flow percentage and basically more equity for the deals. Essentially, what you're doing is you're helping us set it up. We also help you set up a credit repair business so that you can also bring in other credit partners and do JV with us. We'll give you a split equity based on what they participate and so on and so forth. Like, we're always looking to leverage. We're always looking for more people. This is an ideal time. And I'll go over that in a bit, but I just want you to keep in mind, right? You also get access to all my courses and materials, including Ultimate Business Credit Mastery, Ultimate Personal Credit Mastery, the 2.0, and essentially the Trident Wave 2.0 as well, which is a very powerful tool. And that's going to be upgraded by next month to the Trident Wave 3.0, a much more powerful and enhanced credit repair strategy. But essentially what you're looking at here is a platinum partnership structure. Really gives you all the right tools and resources, not only to participate with us in the deal flow, but also to create your own level of investors through the credit partnership model so that you can make money in the process and just divulge some of the structures that you got going on and essentially help other participants be able to generate cash flow for you as well. And for this specific purpose, for the platinum, I don't want to disclose the price over here because, again, it's a very tedious thing to do, but it's disclosed if you're interested. If you're interested and you want to move forward and not kick tires, then basically you reach out to us and we'll go over the program and how it works. And just keep in mind, it's not cheap, right? But the benefit here is if you do decide to join us, we actually give you the 50% of the participation costs within the 60 days of the closing of the deal, which is incredible because we believe we benefit from closing costs with banks and stuff like that. And we're always willing to give our side of the portion to the credit partners in addition to the equity and the cash flow that we generate from the business. So it's a very powerful tool. Okay, it's a very powerful tool. So let's go over why this actually makes sense in today's economy and why this is such a critical component to building wealth. Because see, a lot of people jump from a lot of different tools and resources to making money online and so on and so forth. But let's go over some of the basics of the credit partnership model and why it's the ideal solution for you. Number one, you can actually generate a lot of cash flow for consistency, ensuring long-term safety. That's what it all boils down to. Did you see what's happening today? If you look at the news, if you look at the situation, do you see what's going on with the economy, right? So imagine that. And it's also safer and more long-term investment strategy altogether, right? Because at the end of the day, the credit partnership model does involve our level of management and expertise to step in and to make sure that we take care of the rest. This is actually true power of leveraging credit. It's called passive income, as you know, but it has to be hands-free, right? If you're participating in doing the work, it becomes employment and therefore it's not a passive income model. So a lot of people want to create revenue streams online and so on and so forth and all these type of things. And you want to create a true form of passive income, but you have to have something to show for it, right? You have to sacrifice a little bit and create a balance. But if you have good credit, and this is the opportunity I'm talking about, right? You can leverage it in such a way that it really creates perpetual cash flow for you if you do it right. And this just works, right? The reason why I say that is because this is the ideal opportunity. This is basically a global economic indicator that'll provide basically the biggest gap there is in history to amass massive wealth. A lot of businesses will be facing a significant amount of challenges over the short next couple of days to weeks, and they need saving. And trust me, there's really infrastructure out there to kind of materialize these type of deals and really profit from it by helping not everybody, just benefit from the structures, but also at the same time being able to transition that wealth safely and securely to those who actually built their businesses, so that we don't have an economic collapse, right? So this is not just a specific thing that I'm introducing to you guys because I believe that it's something that we can all benefit from, but it's actually a need in society at this moment because there's a lot of people out there that will be hurting massively. And trust me, you don't want to be in those positions where local economies are shutting down or businesses are walking out on their businesses and basically the whole economic infrastructure is being hurt. So this is a need, right? This is a need. So what we're doing here is we're putting together this credit partnership model because we want people to participate and join us in this adventure. So how do you sign up with this, right? Like you obviously went through the whole material I just shared with you right now and you're probably interested. So I want you to email me, ali@alitarafter.com. I'm going to include it in the description and the comment of this video, but pay attention to this. Email me and put it in the title, Credit Partnership Sign Up. And please, this is for serious people only, right? Because we go through deal flow quite a bit. We want to make sure that we're partnering with the right individuals. And we want to make sure that this is done in a strategic way that not only builds wealth for everybody collectively here, but also at the same time does good for society, right? So if you're serious and you want to get started and you believe in the program that we have going on, email me at ali@alitarafter.com, and I definitely look to see you on the inside. Let's get back on the camera. Okay, so by this stage, you guys know how the partnership model works when it comes to the credit partnership structures, what you need to do, and basically how to prepare your credit profile. Like I said, we have the Credit Partnership Credit Repair Program if you're interested to participate and basically join us in the journey of building massive wealth, as well as the acquisition model that we just discussed. And more importantly, if you know anybody that would be interested, feel free to share this video with them, as I believe they'd benefit from this. And of course, sharing is always caring. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't had the opportunity to subscribe yet and you want to learn more content about credit building wealth as well as business credit, don't forget to subscribe and turn that bell icon on. So every time there's a video like this, you're the first to be notified. And with that said, this is your guide and mentor, wishing you all a happy, prosperous, and healthy day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.